Being broke sucks. Like, being broke sucks. Not having money, not having options, not having the financial freedom to just enjoy life on your own terms sucks. Okay? It does. And there are no good parts about it. I can't point out one good part about being broke. Not one. Now, being broke and then becoming a money making machine, then the experience you had being broke will benefit you. And I can definitely see how that happens. But being broke and not having success ever, financial success, financial freedom ever, sucks. There's no good parts about it. And I am building a rich life on purpose, mentally, physically, spiritually, and financially. And so all those things go together. So a few weeks ago, I finished reading Rachel Rodgers' We Should All Be Millionaires book. And immediately after finishing it, which it took me just a couple of days to finish, I got her workbook, The $1,000,000 Action. And I am finding so much joy in this work. It's a workbook. So you're actually like writing in it and doing the actual lessons versus just reading, consuming information. This is my type of learning, like reading something by participating in my own learning and then taking action on it. So I really am enjoying this book. I'm not finished. So I just completed the first part of the section called The $1,000,000 Story. And the first section is about one column talks about broke ass stories, and the column next to it is called $1,000,000 stories. And these are just the stories that you've told, or things that you believe, things that you were programmed to believe, things that you were just programmed and accepted them into your like mind without ever questioning it or thinking, critically thinking about if this is actually true for you or not. Just like things that you were told and heard as a kid. For example, a broke ass story is like money don't grow on trees, making money is hard, rich people are assholes. Insert whatever programming you may have received growing up. And those broke ass stories, and it's called, I'm not saying that, that's literally what she calls it, broke ass stories. But those broke ass stories have led you to make broke ass decisions, which she talks about all in the book. The first book, like We Should All Be Millionaires, that book. And it's the problem is you have accepted these broke ass stories as your truth, right? And so when you accept something as your truth, no matter what actions you take to override it, you're going to always kind of go back to that as your baseline. And the reason you do that is because you've become comfortable at this level, and this story has replayed itself and has replayed itself out throughout different times of your life. And when that happens, and when you don't address it over so many years, you're kind of going to always have this mediocre baseline. So you must reprogram yourself. But before you can reprogram your broke ass stories to $1,000,000 stories, you have to first be aware of what those broke ass stories are, or what those broke stories are, right? I don't know. And so anyway, so I did the activity, right? So she gave the examples and then I did the activity. And I realized that the broke stories that I have been repeating over and over is like two. And I literally wrote them in multiple ways. Like when I wrote them all, I wrote all the broke stories first, and then I went back and did all the $1,000,000 stories. And I was like, wait, all of my broke stories kind of go back to two things. And two of these things were programmed into me from young, right? For a long period of time. Okay, so after you finish that part of the activity in the workbook, first off, get the book. Get the book, We Should All Be Millionaires. Get the book. Don't question it. Get the book. Start there. Okay. And then get the workbook, $1,000,000 Action, which is a follow up directly to We Should All Be Millionaires. Oh my God. This is a beautiful bird. It's like coral. I've never seen a coral. It's like not red. Anyways, see, all over the place. And then actually do the workbook and take the action. I talk so much on if you're new here, my name is Inspire J, and on my channel, I talk about mindset mastery so that we can transform our lives, so that we can truly get more fulfillment out of this life. If you're interested in helping me build this channel, I would truly appreciate it if you just click that subscribe button, just one quick tap. It would mean so much to me. All right, so back to my point I was trying to make. And one very important aspect of everything that I speak on is that you must take action. Without action, you don't get the reps. Without action, you don't get the information that you need. Without action, you don't build self-trust. You don't build confidence. You don't build the skill set necessary for you to live your rich life on purpose. Now, whether you want to be a millionaire or not, that's besides the point. Okay, I know she's using the term million. We should all be millionaires, but at the same time, whatever financial freedom means to you. And just to point out, in the book We Should All Be Millionaires, she makes really good points about why more of us should be millionaires, because especially women specifically, she specifically is talking to women and underserved communities and women, and basically, and because when we it's been shown that when we women and underserved communities have more money, we do more good for the world. And it goes into get the book is what I'm trying to say. But back to what I was saying is, we have to take action. If you don't take action, you're not going to get anything. And if you don't do anything, you're going to stay where you are. And I know if you're watching this video and you have built your algorithm to show you personal development, self-improvement, then I know that you are the person that wants to build a rich life on purpose. You're ready to build that momentum in your life that you so desire, because you know it's necessary to get you from where you are to where you want to go. So you have to take action, basically. Okay, so after writing your broke stories and your $1 million stories to combat the broke story, then in the next part you go in, and then I think this is what's really helpful is you choose 3 of the broke stories from the previous activity, and then so you write that. You write the $1 million story, and then you go in and write 3 pieces of evidence. This could be evidence from your own life, evidence from what you have seen, and or history, or just something out there. For example, the example being like the broke story being I'll never get out of debt, right? The $1 million story to combat that is I am capable of changing my situation. Okay, that's what you need to believe about yourself. But the evidence is what I think is really impactful. And so, one, Madam C.J. Walker in the early 1900s became a millionaire, right? That's an example of like you are capable of changing your situation. You got to remember, this was in the early 1900s and she was a black woman in the United States of America. The second evidence example she gave to the broke story was, this could be a personal evidence, was when I was in college, I got into credit card debt my freshman year, and by junior year I was out, because I was out of debt because I worked 2 jobs and I got scrappy with tutoring on the side, and I was able to pay that debt off. Another example of one of the 3 pieces of evidence could be like, people who have built side income of 6 figures or more. So you know of these people. And so the evidence backs up your $1 million story to completely wash out the broke story, the broke ass story. And I feel like it was so powerful, because when I was doing the activity, I had to sit down and think. And I was like, yo, I actually do have specific evidence in my life and people I know, and people that I've seen outside, that I may not know but still know of. And I've seen that I actually am capable of overriding this programming that was not serving me. Okay. It wasn't serving me. And that's what you have to do. Get the freaking work. Look. All right. So I just wanted to use like what I'm actually doing to show you like taking action requires self-awareness. All right. So when you become aware of the things that are holding you back, when you become aware of your and not just the bad things, and not just, I won't say bad, but not just the like the bad seemingly things. Also, what are your superpowers? What have you done undeniably that you usually do better than other people without even trying? That if you even added an ounce of practice, an ounce of more practice, an ounce of like leveling up that skill, you would be one of one. Having self-awareness of you will supercharge your action, because for one, everyone's like, oh, work on your weaknesses. I personally think we should be aware of what we aren't good at, but I more so think we should highlight and focus on our strengths. Because when you, I'm not saying it's going to diminish your weaknesses. You should definitely reprogram the low vibrational thoughts, because it could possibly sabotage what you're working towards. But I'm saying, think about the things that you are good at, the things that you have evidence that no one can take back from you. You have the receipt. I did this before For example, when I was probably 6 years old, I would say 6, 7 years old actually, I used to scratch my aunts, like my great aunts. I used to scratch everybody's hair, and they used to pay me $1. I've been making money forever, right? So why do I have these broke decisions? And then when I was in middle school, I used to sell lip gloss, and I used to sell this like vitamin C from Avon cream because we had a whole bunch of samples. My grandfather used to purchase for like over 30 years. He like purchased I don't know if he did this specific business model the whole time, but at least in the last 20 years, he would purchase what you call it, storages that people didn't pay. They auction it off. He would buy them and then he would resell the stuff. So someone had a storage full of vitamin C lotion, right? Samples from Avon. When I say thousands, I mean thousands. We had those samples for like years. I used to sell them. I used to take the lip gloss. I took them to middle school and I sold them. Always a seller. Always have sold something. Making money has never been hard for me. I didn't realize I had, and then just like even when I moved to China, the second semester, my then fiance moved and he started selling burgers. Well, he started making burgers, and then I started selling them to my students. Like, are you serious? Like, I have never in so many more examples of just like how this story that I've been telling myself is in fact not true. And I not only have evidence that other people have shown me that making money isn't hard. I have been doing making money for a long time. I have been making money selling things, my ideas, and seeing opportunities and wait for when I say forever, I literally mean forever. And so you may not have been an entrepreneurial child. That's okay. You have evidence of something that you're great at. You have evidence of something that no one can deny. And so tap into that. That's where you're going to take your action in. You're going to take your action in your strengths. Okay. But you have to take action. We can read all of the books, we can have all of the knowledge, but we must take action. So that's why I really have been enjoying doing her workbook. And also at the same time, and I'll talk about this in another video, I got Alex Hermosi's I have his trio of books, but the first one I'm reading is the first one he published, which is $100 million offers, right? And so I personally believe that if you want to achieve something great, just learning from different types of people who have done what it is I want to do is great. It's great, right? You have these books, you have your nice library, you have your nice bookshelf. But what is even better is if you take what you're learning into action. So stop sitting on your potential and take it into the lab. Take action on what it is you want to achieve, what it is you want to see, and do it using your strengths, your superpowers, your evidence. Okay? That's what's going to supercharge all of it. All right. And that starts with self awareness. Girl, get you a journal. Get you a journal and start answering some questions. If you don't know what questions to ask yourself and to answer, do personality tests, go into AI and literally use this prompt. Maybe I'll write it up here. Press pause.
I would like to build more self awareness. I'm looking to point out what my strengths and weaknesses are on an interpersonal level. Okay, if you want to add career and business, you can as well. Act as a facilitator of a questionnaire that I can use to answer my own open ended questions so that I can build self awareness on an interpersonal level. Please provide at least 20 questions so that I can extract as much information from myself as possible to build a profile of what my strengths and weaknesses actually are so that I can build more momentum in my life, in every area of my life.
And make sure you always tell AI thank you, because one day if the robots come alive, you were kind, and so they're not gonna mess with you. Please and thank you. Always be courteous, y'all. Please and thank you. And if you want to take it a step further, say sir and ma'am. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I really do. I look for it. Talk to me in the comments. I want to talk to y'all. I'm on YouTube. I'm talking to everyone. When I say I leave comments on everyone, I talk to the people making the videos, whether they have 5 subscribers or 5 million subscribers. I talk to them like I know them. Why? Because they gave me a piece of them. I want to share. I want to talk back. So please talk back. I want to talk to you. I want to see who you are, what you're doing in your life. What action are you taking? See me in the comments. In the meantime, in between time, My name is Spider J, and I really do hope you have a beautiful day. All right, peace.
You're beautiful. I hope you know that. I hope you know that.
What's my thumbnail gonna be? Ah, get it, get it. What's my thumbnail? Get this, okay?